up, Stay Fly Gang? I'm back. Hope everyone is having an amazing day today. My day has been okay, just chill, nothing special. So, yeah, so first off, if you're new to my channel, welcome. And for my already existing subscribers, you already know what's up. So for those of you who are new to my channel, if you're wondering how I got my channel name, IB Stay Fly. So IB is my initials for my first and last name, and I just added Stay Fly to it because I'm a fashionista, so it's basically saying I stay fly. So yeah, pretty cool, right? This was actually already posted in an old YouTube video. I'm sure most of you guys have seen it, especially my already existing subscribers, but for those of you who are new, who didn't know and was curious, just throwing it out there. So yeah. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about my experience on the Tamron show. Oh my god. So I posted some clips from the show. So let's see if y'all can find me in those clips.
Okay, so I don't know, how they feel about it, but I'm here. Listen, be here now. Amen. Present.
Well, Tam fam, I got a question for you because we are family. And when I tell you I say Tam fam, I mean it. You are my family. I see you on the street. Y'all ask me, hey, Tamron, just any inappropriate question. But I answer because you're my family. All right, so families talk about real things. How many of you have felt lonely at some point? Show of hands. That's the entire audience. We keep it real around here. In the audience, we all have our cell phones, and you have a cell phone exercise that you say can help strengthen our connections to other people. So we've allowed our audience, because normally we can turn a phone because everybody's ringtone calling out day saying, what is Tamron Hall doing? But now we have our phones, and you're going to walk us through this exercise.
Yeah, so this is very simple. This is something I did with college students around the country as part of our 5 for 5 challenge, where we ask people to take one act of connection each day for 5 days. And that could be expressing gratitude, extending support to someone, or asking help yourself. Okay. We're going to do one of those exercises right now. So I want you to take out your phone. Okay. And this is an exercise of using technology for good.
Okay.
I want you to think about somebody in your life that you're grateful for. It could be a friend who helped you last week. It could be somebody who showed up in your life when you were in crisis and stood by you and reminded you they still believed in you. Just think about who that person is. And then I want you to open up your phone and compose a text message or an email to them right now.
Ooh.
And it can be a very short message. It can just be, hi, I was thinking about you this morning. I was remembering how you showed up for me way back when. That meant so much to me. Thank you for being in my life.
Okay, I have someone in mind. I have a friend right now. Mm-hmm. Her daughter just went into surgery at 5:30 a.m. Mm-hmm. And when my son had surgery when he was 2 years old, she called me constantly. And I thought I wouldn't be able to call her during the show because we're live. So I'm sending it to Jen and her daughter and her family that I love you and thank you for supporting me. Beautiful. And I'm here for you.
That's beautiful. And as you click send on your message, I want you to turn the flashlight on your phone and hold it up so everyone can see that light.
I got my light on. Okay,
that is
got
beautiful.
A light on. Shine a light on it.
Look at that. And I want you to look around. See all the lights that are popping up just around the audience. Each one of these lights represents a ray of hope that's gone out. And somebody else is going to receive that message that you send.
Oh.
They're going to feel better about themselves and about their lives. They're going to feel more connected. And they're going to feel more inclined to reach out to someone else.
All right, hit send on your message. Going to hit send on the message. Keep the light shining a light. Well, thank you.
This is beautiful. So this is what we can do with just 60 seconds if you're more connected in our lives.
I love that. Giving people what I want, which is that connection.
Yeah.
You're outstanding. Thank you so much for being on the forefront of this conversation. To learn more about Shasta's friendship talks and coaching, you can check out her website and Instagram. You'll see it there. So Tam fam, I really believe in the practice of mindfulness, and Calm is a mental health brand with the #1 app for meditation, relaxation, and sleep. I subscribe to it. It has a library of personalized tools to help manage stress and anxiety and live a more meaningful connection with community. And I love this part. Calm even has a combating loneliness meditation with the Surgeon General, who was just here. And guess what? Before you applaud, this is something I subscribe to. I love it, and I adore it, and I share what I love. Tam fam in the audience, our friends at Calm are giving you a year subscription. Everybody in the audience getting a 1-year subscription to reflect, to be productive.
So, if you didn't see me in those clips, I definitely was there. I'm sitting in the back wearing a cheetah dress. Okay, so, but anyways, before I get into the actual show, let me just tell you the day I had. Okay, so I went to the Tamron Hall show for the first time last Wednesday, January 10th. Me and my aunt went, and so yeah. So about the experience. Okay, so the show, we had to be there by 9, so we had to wake up extremely early. So yeah, I'm not a morning person at all. So yeah, I don't do mornings at all. So yeah, so I was pissed that I even had to wake up that early, you know, but I really wanted to go to the show, so I said if I'm gonna go to the show, then I'm gonna have to wake up. And I even set my alarm to make sure I don't forget, because I said if I don't set my alarm, then I'm gonna forget and I'm not gonna wake up. So my aunt woke up at 4:30, sorry, but I wasn't waking up at 4:30. So I woke up at 5, you know, ate breakfast, got dressed, got ready, all of that, you know, because I'm a diva, I'm extra, so so you know, it takes a while for me to get ready, so yeah, you know, it's always a fashion show, period, so so yeah, so then after that, you know, we got the train, and of course the train was crowded. I'm like, oh my god, because it was so early in the morning, you know, like people going to work, it's 7 something, we had to get the 7 something train, so yeah, you know, so that time is prime time, you know, so all the working people, so yeah, I'm sorry for all the sometimes I just don't know what to say, but yeah, so like I said, yeah, it was crowded, and yeah, so then, you know, we get the Grand Central, we get the shuttle, I hate that they took the seats off the shuttle train. I remember the shuttle train used to have seats, but I'm like, what the heck? I was like, why did they take the seats away from the shuttle? Like, so now you have to stand on the shuttle train. It's crazy. Yeah, and so then after the shuttle, we ended up getting, you know, the city train, the one train. I hate the city trains, period. Like, oh my god, like the city trains are so annoying. Like, I prefer the Metro North over the city trains. Like, those city trains be crazy. Like it be very animated. Like, crazy stuff be happening on the city trains, you know? So, but yeah, you know, you always gotta watch your back, be on your P's and Q's, so, you know, that's the main thing. But yeah, and so then the one train took forever to come, of course, not surprised. And so we even got the express, and that took long to come. And me and my aunt was just like, are they serious right now? Like, you know, yeah, the city trains, like, their timing is just, oh my god, it'd be crazy, like, oh my god, like, only in New York, you know, like, New York transportation is just, like, oh my god, like, as much as I love New York, like, I'm ready to leave, you know, if I could live anywhere else, I would, so, but yeah, so that was crazy. That took a long time. And then me and my aunt was like, oh my god, you know, we looking at the time like, oh my god, we're hoping not gonna be late. We hope we're not gonna be late, you know, because the train took forever to come, you know. Even the local train took forever, and we was just like, you know, and then, you know, but we got the express, and that took forever too. So yeah, so then finally, after a while of waiting, the train finally comes. Of course, it was crowded, and we were just like, oh my god, like, are you serious? And then somebody smelled like marijuana on the train, and me and my aunt was like, we looked at each other, and we was like, 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 people smoking on a train now, like, oh my god, like, yeah, I barely ever go to the city, so I haven't been on the city trains in a long while, so yeah, like, the stuff that be going on is just, oh my god, but yeah, I be getting all my news stuff on my phone, you know, from like the news apps and stuff like that. So So yeah, yeah, but thank God it was only one stop, you know, because it was the express. So yeah, so we got there pretty quick. So yeah, so then, you know, when we get to the city, and mind you, it was freezing cold out that day. Me and my aunt was like, oh my God, like we was bundled up. We had on our winter coats, our hats, scarves, everything, like, because it was freezing cold that day. We was like, oh my God, it was brick out there. So then, you know, we get there, and then we kind of got lost for a bit, you know. Um, we came out the right exit, but instead of walking straight, we kind of made like a turn and we went the opposite direction. But so then we ended up having to walk back the other way, you know. Um, so then, you know, we get to the place, the studio, and we see people waiting on a line. And so me and my aunt just assumed that we was on the right line. And so then, you know, we're standing on the line. So then they're checking our tickets, you know, to get into the show. And so then the guy, he said, y'all on the wrong line. We was like, oh snap. He said, yeah. He said, y'all on the wrong line. He said, the show y'all want is it's that way. It's like it's the next building. And so me and my aunt, we was like, oh snap. So we ran off the line and we went, you know, to the next building where the show was at. But thank God it was on the same block, you know, like we didn't have to cross the street or anything. It was just the next building, you know. So it was just so funny. We was like we was like, oh my God. So we get on that line, you know. The guys, they check our tickets, you know, and then they put the wristbands on us, and I was wondering what the wristbands were for. But then when we got into, you know, the suit, then when we got inside, you know, they said that the wristbands, you know, had our locker numbers on it, you know, to put our stuff in. So yeah, so we finally, you know, we get to the show. You know, we get inside. You know, so they, you know, we put our stuff in the lockers, and yeah, so then, you know, they tell us to sit down. Everybody was seated, and so the place that we were in, it was like a room, like it looked, and it kind of looked like a basement. And so me and my aunt, we looked at each other. We was like, wait, is this where the show was gonna be? Like, we was like we thought it was gonna be a set, you know. So me and my aunt, I hope this is not. It's like, we hope this is not gonna be the show, you know. And so but yeah, but then but that was just kind of just like a warm-up thing, I'm guessing, you know. It was just kind of like a, yeah, like a warm-up thing, I'm guessing. And then but then eventually they took us inside to the actual studio, and then me and my aunt was like, oh okay. We was like, that's more like it, you know. We thought this was gonna be the show. You know. So yeah, so we went inside, you know, to the actual studio, and oh my god, like, wow, like the set was so, oh my God, the set was so beautiful. Like, that was my first time ever on a live talk show. And to actually see Tamron Hall for the first time, like, oh my God. Oh my God. I was so excited. Like, oh my God. Wow. Like, why am I just now finding out about her? Like, I honestly didn't even know about her until my aunt told me, like, don't judge me, you know, because I don't be watching the talk shows, you know. So, you know, I didn't know about her until my aunt told me, and my aunt was like, do you ever watch Tamron Hall? And I said, no. I said, you know, she said she's really good. You should watch her. So now I definitely got to check her out, because now after being there and, you know, watching her and, you know, listening to her, like, I love her. Like, just like her whole aura and everything, like she's so humble and so down to earth, and I love Tamron, you know. And the show was amazing, like, oh my God, like, oh my God, it was so amazing. It was so good. Oh my God, like, I don't even know what to say, honestly. It was just like, it was bomb, you know. And the audience was hype, you know. So yeah, like, you know, we had a good audience, you know. We were hype. You know, and yeah, and then the whole topic was on loneliness, you know, which is, you know, which is something that really hit home for me, because loneliness is something I've always struggled with, you know, and even now as an adult. So yeah, me and my aunt was like, wow, like we picked the right day to come, you know, because the topic was, it was just like so raw, you know, it was on such a good topic, so it was definitely relatable for me, and I'm sure everybody. But but yeah, like, oh my god, the experience, oh my god, it was so amazing. We was in the back though, which we were mad about, because the fact that, we weren't really seen, like, and me and my aunt, we wanted to be seen, like the camera people was there, filming and recording, but in the way the cameraman was, like, because he came to our section multiple times, and he had the camera, like, facing, our section, so the way he was holding the camera, it made it seem as if, we were going to be seen and that we were going to be on camera, but then when we got home, and then, when we was watching it, we was like where we at? We like we was barely even seen, so but me and my aunt, definitely next time, like we definitely want to make sure we're seen next time. But yeah. So, oh my gosh, like, but yeah, it's such a good experience being on a live talk show, like, oh my god, like, wow, like, oh my god, like I've always wanted, oh my god, it's but not only is it just a good experience being on the show, but also seeing the behind the scenes, how the production takes place, how the filming takes place, and everything. So yes, it's such an amazing experience, and I definitely can't wait to go back. And my aunt said that she's gonna get more tickets for us to go back, so yeah, I'm hyped. So and she also said she's gonna try to get tickets to see if we can go to Sherry, so I never watched the Sherry show. I never even knew she had a show, to be honest, but my aunt says she's funny, she's a trip, so I can't wait to go to Sherry, and then I can't wait to go back to Tamron Hall either. So yeah, so oh my gosh, like, it was so amazing, like, oh my god. Yep. So yes, I love Tamron. Yeah, I love her. Yep. So yeah, that was basically it. So oh, and then another funny thing that happened. Well, two funny things actually that happened when we was in the first section, the basement area. Somebody coughed, and so the lady told the person straight up, cover your mouth. Right, and so then we was like, right, like it's so rude, like coughing and not even covering your mouth, and then the stuff lingering in the air, like, oh my god, I hate that pisses me off so much, like, oh my god. So yeah, and then my aunt was like, yeah, like that's why I got my mask on, and she pulled her mask up, like so yeah, that was funny. And then the second funny thing was that my aunt, the lady who she was sitting next to, at the show, my aunt said that her breath stank. Oh, and when my aunt told me that, I was like, oh my god, like I was dying. Like, she was saying that her breath was all up in my aunt's face, and I was like, oh my god. Like, when we got home, she was telling me, I was like, I died. Like, I died. That's crazy though. Like, oh my god. Wow. That's all I gotta say is wow. I swear, people these days, like, people these days, like, they have no shame. Like, not brushing, bad hygiene, not showering, and all that stuff. Like, uh. So yes, it was really fun. Like, I had so much fun. I was hype. I can't wait to go back. And yeah, so that was my experience of being on a live talk show. So yeah, for those of you who have never been on a live talk show before, I suggest you definitely try it. Like, oh my god, like, it's so much fun. Like, you will have a blast. Like, oh my god. So yeah. So yeah, so that wraps it up for this video. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you on my next video. Peace.